Are we live? Test. I think we are. Hello and good evening to the weekly hangout number 3. Today it's Monday the 7th of July. And we're doing it on Monday because yesterday I was busy working in a local event for the firefighters. So as always, we're gonna keep it weekly. If Sunday I'm busy, we'll just do...
The best feeling watching him.
I have the stream opened, I'm sorry. We'll just do it on Monday, always 8 o'clock in the evening. I hope that works for you. I hope that's fine. And other than that, let me put my cam into the middle. Maybe not as much. Other than that, it's always so weird to start the stream because there's nobody around. Like, what should I even get into? Today I did for the YouTube channel, I did some stuff for the raw content. I recorded the weekly episode of the behind the scenes. This video got a lot, man. This video, we can also look into some behind the scenes and stuff. This video got a lot of impressions. Holy crack. Why am I out of the window here? Man, the cam. All right, now it should be working. This video got a lot of impression. Holy crap, 1.2K. It got such a tiny click-through rate. This just means that it's basically not that interesting, which I can understand. Like, if you don't know me, if you don't know what I'm up to, if you don't know the channel, why would you click on a video like this, episode 3? What should I even talk about? It's not even making sense, like the title itself. It's not catching any attention or something. But, you know, it's not a problem. So, yeah, let me know what you are up to. As always, this is just a hangout. See how things are going. As I told you, this was... by the way, I didn't tell you. I'm also doing these streams because I just want to improve my speaking. Sometimes I go into one direction and then I hurry and then I lose my thought, or I start a completely different one. And that way it gets messy, right? So this is a good practice for me to improve on that. And also, I mean, not native English is a bit tricky. That's also a big difference. Yeah, this is this week. The goals are already highlighted today in the videos. I haven't put in any videos out, but I've got a few in the pipeline here, so stay tuned. These are already scripted. Today I scripted another one. Yeah, good stuff. Moving forward. This one also. Sorry, you cannot even see it. This one I already sent to the editor, so I hope a video will be out in 10 days maybe. Who knows? And what I thought now, since usually nobody's around in the beginning, right? It just makes sense. Just 10 minutes ago, I randomly stumbled across this video and it looked interesting, so I thought, let's maybe watch it together. The title is, You Can Have Any Reality You Want. Harold approves in the bottom right corner. Thumbs up, so let's get it started. All right. I think it's a good idea, so It's low quality, even low resolution. How old is this video? 6 days. Maybe he did it on purpose. Who knows? Anyways, let's get it started.
You can have any reality you want. I'm Brian Withers, empowerment coach, trainer, and author. Well, that's an interesting phrase. You can have any reality you want. And it really is that way. You see, this is a universe, a sea of energy, and it will take any form that you want it to take.
Okay. The video goes a little bit into that spiritual route, right? But this, I believe in this, to be honest. It sounds weird, especially coming from a logical, mathematic viewpoint, as we usually are, right? From poker and stuff. But this is, I believe, is true. Like every cell is vibrating, so it's all energy in the end, and something binds it together. So there's definitely some things going on behind the scenes. Who knows? Let's get on with the video.
You can have a lack of money, or you could have an abundance of money. You could have a lack of health, or you could have an abundance of health. You could have a lack of material wealth, or you could have an abundance of material wealth. You could have a lack of friendships and other types of relationships, or you could have an abundance of different kinds of relationships that you want. Really, anything. You can have it any way you want to have it. This universe does not make up any decisions for you, assign you anything. It simply delivers to you what you want. And how is it that we came to have the current reality that we have? Because really, we asked for it. Whatever it is, whatever your reality is, you've asked for it. You invited it. And how did you do that? Because that phrase might not strike you all that well to think that your reality is the one you asked for. And if it's not the way you want, you might be a little upset with that. Well, I don't want this reality. You know, what do you mean I asked for it? I don't want this at all. And that's what has happened to us, because you see, when we were born.
Let's talk about it. What do you think, if anyone is around? What would you like? Can you relate to this, or is it something completely weird? I would say, from my experience, yeah, it's kind of true. It's kind of true. Like in the end, our perception creates a lot of reality. And if we think about it, most of our perception comes from past events, childhood, experiences we made. So in the end, everyone sees life through a different lens, a lens made up of those experiences. So if we are able to change that lens, we'll see things differently. And at that point, maybe it's even the same event, we just experience it differently. Yeah, but it might go even deeper. Like when we see it that way, suddenly we attract other things. We are more open, we're more connected. Just better things happen. Yeah, let's see what he says.
We came in pure positive energy, and then we got all kinds of faulty beliefs, right? All kinds of information about ourselves, about life, about all kinds of things, and a lot of it was faulty. So now we don't know why things happen as they do. And essentially, you know, you could say we're kind of a puppet on a string to our faulty beliefs, because they really are broadcasting to the law of attraction. And until we understand that and understand how to change that, see, our life just flows in what's equal to those faulty beliefs. So that's why our life is the way it is. And you know, we ask for it.
Man, this feels like Windows 95, these graphics. What the heck? As I said before, this just randomly popped up and it looked interesting. So far, yeah, what's your idea? I think, yeah, it's all working in that direction. Belief systems are huge. Man, they've got such an impact on our lives. You cannot imagine. Like, you might have one event and you see it from different beliefs and it's completely the opposite. It's so crazy. It's all in us. Let's go on.
Even though we didn't know we asked for it, and we're still asking for it and inviting it, even though we may not know how that's happening or why that's happening. But if you watch enough of these videos and read my books, you'll know exactly why it's happening. And you also know that you can have any reality you want, that you're not stuck with a reality that you don't like. You can change it at any time. Again, we're free. We're free and we're powerful. And we can have any reality that we want. And it's just a matter of changing what we're broadcasting to the law of attraction. What kind of stories are we telling? And again, what is it that we believe about life? What do we believe about health? You know, what's our story about health? You could say it both ways. What is our belief about ourselves? You know, what's a story about ourselves? What's our
This 100% is super powerful, the self-image. I'm even reading a book about it right now, which is this one, Psycho-Cybernetics. And the self-image is really powerful. Like, how you see yourself. I can tell you a personal story where I 100% felt a difference. And it's a physical story. It's not even like some spiritual woo-woo stuff. But here's my story in this regard. I was really passionate about the gym 10 years ago. I went to the gym for the first time maybe in 2012. So a really long time ago. And the thing was, I was so hyped. Because back then, you know why I went, because I had a low self-esteem, I was really scared, I thought I need muscles to attract the girls. I might still think that now a little bit. But I went to the gym, and then it went well. Like, I put on mass, I think I got from 75 kg to 90 kg within 6 months or so. But then I got really into a rabbit hole. I thought, okay, I need more protein and protein shakes and all protein and muscles over everything. And then I messed up my health. Like, I got huge stomach problems because I even stuffed down food every day. I tracked my calories, right? And I ate so much and my stomach couldn't handle it. And so for years, I got huge problem. I even got depressed at some point. I thought I would never go out of it. Like running from one doctor to the next, and I never found a solution. They just told me, no, it's all fine. And I had a real problem. After every meal, no matter what I ate at some point, I would get a huge inflamed throat. I could even hear it in my ears. Like, my ears would make a strange sound all the time because it was all so inflamed. Man, crazy. I wish it's such an ugly disease. It's called silent reflux. It's really bad. But there's even, like, there was no solution. I was really close to get a huge surgery where they twist up your stomach. Let me show you. It's really bad, I can tell you. I'm so glad I didn't try this. Like, where they would links, this stuff I looked into, where they put a metal around your tube here, who connects the stomach to the mouth. And there's even some other ones, like they twist your stomach somehow to get it better closed. But even then, some people don't solve it. That's the big thing. Like some get the surgery and they don't even get the cure. It's so sad. Anyways, at some point I got really messed up. But then talking about my self-image, then I thought, okay, I'm just not, the gym is not, I'm just gonna go to the gym, but I can't build any muscles, I have problems, I can't eat enough. And that was my story for at least maybe until 6 months or so. So I went to the gym almost 3 times a week, but I looked like I wouldn't ever go. I just couldn't put on anything. And the thing is, because I had the self-image, okay, you cannot put on anything, you're just gonna be, tiny, slim, whatever, doesn't matter. And once I changed that image, I started training differently, I started eating differently, everything from another perspective, in a sense of now I'm more focused on health and stuff and not just, okay, I want to build muscle or something. It's still nice. It's still nice, but it's not like I want to be healthy. That's the most important stuff. And now suddenly I used to always have 80 kg. And now without even eating more stuff, I just ate normally, maybe a little bit more protein, but no more shakes and stuff. And now I got up to 85 kg. I think the best shape I've ever been, just because I changed that image, to be honest. I question it. And that's really powerful. So if you've got any area, let's say you smoke and you want to stop it. If you have imprinted in your subconscious, I'm a smoker, as you see yourself smoking and stuff, I say and stuff a lot, right? I'm doing these streams to improve my English, so it's good to notice. Write me a comment if you notice some more. If you're a smoker and you see yourself as a smoker, you're gonna smoke. If subconsciously you always see yourself as a smoker, you're gonna smoke cigarettes. So the thing is not, okay, you can have discipline. Logically, I should stop this. By the way, maybe I should use some graphics to explain these points. Would be helpful maybe. Anyways, if you should stop it, it's logical. But if subconsciously you're always going to be a smoker, it's not going to change. You will just slip back every time to that image you have of yourself. It's quite powerful, yeah. Let's move on. Let me know any ideas. As I said, this is the weekly hangout. I want to hear some input, some feedback. There's even the main screen here where we can talk about things. So that's the main idea for this weekly hangout. Just some updates, what's going on behind the scenes and stuff. Yeah, let's move on.
Her story about vocation and material wealth. What are the stories that we're telling? Because that's what we're expecting. When we tell those stories and we believe things, then we're really expecting it to happen. And that's the vibration, and that's the way it comes to us in our physical life. So you see, we can have it any way we want to have it. And what we want to do is, first of all, accept that. If you will accept that, even though your life may not be what you want it to be right now, if you will accept that it's this scenario here, that you just learned a whole lot of stuff that was faulty, and it caused you to take on beliefs that your subconscious mind is filled up with, and it's broadcasting to the law of attraction. If you'll accept that, then you know that you can change your reality, because you can change those beliefs. Because if you start to use your conscious thinking mind intentionally, so as you go through your day, you no longer just go along with thoughts that are in your mind that don't feel good. You stop yourself in your tracks, and you change. You change those thoughts, and you do.
Yes, I do agree once more. I can even show you. Like, this is inside. Where do I have it? inside the whole coaching stuff. Belief systems are huge. They're really huge. Like, they have such an impact on our whole reality. The lens through which we see the reality. We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are. That's so true. Like, belief systems, it's, if you've never heard about it or if you've never looked into it, like, we are not who we think we are. Who we think we are usually is just a product of what happened to us, of our experience, of childhood, a lot of beliefs. And we can change that. So, yeah, belief systems are super strong. Like, seriously.
Do that day after day, then you start to change the patterns of thinking that you have. And as you do that, then the beliefs start to change to agree.
Yeah, getting aware. That's the first big step. Like, it's not, okay, now I change this to that. But the first thing is questioning it. Think about, okay, why do I keep having these thoughts? Are they really true? Maybe there's something behind it I could change, or maybe they're not true. Like, we're so used to it, we just think it's real, but it might not be. So that's also helpful sometimes to get an outside perspective there. Like, some people are really... Myself, I'm really deep sometimes in my own reality. And then you get an input from a friend or someone around and you think, yeah, maybe there's something on to that.
With those thoughts, which are all natural high vibration thoughts, because that's the new thoughts you're going to choose. And then gradually, like walking out of a rainstorm towards the sun, you then experience that difference, that change. So you could be walking along and it could be a rainstorm, but you see the sun, you see it looks bright ahead, so you keep walking. And even though it's raining on you and you don't like it, you decide to walk. You put one foot in front of the other and you keep walking towards where it's brighter. And as you do, you notice over time, the rain starts to slow down, and then it stops, and it's just cloudy. And then the sun is then shining upon you, and it did because you kept walking. And that's the effect that it has when you start to change your beliefs. Each day, you change them. You don't go along with those old thoughts that don't feel good, the way you're interpreting things. You take on the new thoughts that feel good, right? So,
yeah, I really like that analogy. It seems like that it's not a super fast shift, like from one day to the other, but it takes repetition. That's how we change our subconscious, either by really strong emotional events. That's also how we get those triggers and deep memories. Like, if something has a really strong emotional impact, it sticks. Because in the end, it's a defense mechanism of our body who, if it has to survive, it needed to make sure to not cross that lion tiger again. And nowadays, the problem is that the lion is almost everywhere, right? Not everywhere, but the lion might be the school presentation or something. And then you say, yeah, I'm not a good presenter because I was so nervous and it felt so bad. And you keep it for the rest of your life. That's the thing. So there's a lot of repetition, a lot of awareness needed to get to the root of that. Yeah, this is great. This is definitely true.
So instead of feeling those negative feeling thoughts and talking in those ways about your health or your material wealth situation or yourself or your vocation, relationships, you start to talk differently. And that's like you walking towards that bright sky. You're not really quite sure when the rain's going to stop, but you just keep walking. You keep talking to yourself. You keep telling a new story. and it changes gradually. This physical world and what's in it, it's your world. Then it changes as you continue to do that process. And so you see, you can have any reality that you want. And you've been asking, if your life is not the way you want in any area, you've been asking for it, and it's because of this. It's no surprise. And
that sounds quite harsh now. You've been asking for it. I do not completely agree there. Like, I don't think we've been asking for it. It just happened to us. We just didn't understand the connection. That's the thing. That's why I also now reframed my whole, like my advertisement for the school, all the coaching I do, all the community. These are things we should learn at school. It's not our fault. Like, how would someone understand, okay, if something happened here at 6 years old, which was really bad, that would stick in my subconscious and completely influence the rest of my life. How do we know? We didn't ask for that. It just happened, and the problem is we didn't learn it, or we didn't understand it yet. It's not that we asked for it. Why would we?
It doesn't mean you were bad or wrong or anything. It's just that when you were growing up, you didn't know what happened, that you took on these beliefs and they had that effect. But now you're going to start to think differently in a way that's in alignment with the creative process. When you think about health and what we know about natural health and material wealth and natural flow, the truth of abundance and ourself, and we're talking about ourself in the ways that are natural about us, the wholeness of who we are. We're talking about,
This all sounds a bit abstract now, right? It usually seems to be like that too for me when I see these videos. But in the end, it feels like, okay, if you want to be rich, whatever you want, just you got to think, I'm rich, I'm rich, I'm rich. No, that's not going to work. Because only the thought is not going to change anything. The magic happens when you feel it too. Because when you feel it in the end, what are you craving? You're craving that feeling. Let's say you would be poor, but you're feeling great, you're feeling happy, whatever. You would want to stay poor. Like what we connect with rich is a feeling of security, of happiness, of feeling well, of buying things which make us happy. It's not the being rich itself, it's the feeling behind it. And if we are able to direct that feeling already when we don't have it, that's how the change happens. Because then we have the feeling. We don't even need the thing anymore. The thing might show up somehow. Maybe it shows up in a different form, whatever. But when we have the feeling, we're already there. And that's the big mindset hack in a way. It's the feeling plus the thought.
The kinds of things we do in our day, the vocation of expressing our gifts and talents in the ways that we like. And we're talking about relationships in a new way. We're not talking about things not going right or whining and complaining and blaming. We're just going to stop all of that, because that keeps creating the reality that we do not want. We keep inviting and asking for a reality that we do not want. That's the power of our present moment thought energy and our beliefs together, that they are the creators of our reality. And so as we start to change that, and then we notice in our emotion tracker that our emotions are our positive emotion, our emotional productivity in the day is increasing. Each week to week, month to month, we're seeing increase. And you change your emotional output productivity, moving, say, from 50%, positive emotion through the day, and you're going to move it up to 90. That's a massive change in broadcasting positive energy, high vibration energy to the law of attraction. And that's going to change the momentum of the current beliefs that are inviting what is going on. And as that does, the gradual shift in momentum changes because you're steady on offering that good feeling thought energy in all the areas of your life. Then it's like walking in that rainstorm, and you keep walking towards the bright sky.
Okay, so far, what do you think? Once more, this video just randomly popped up 10 minutes ago, and I thought, why not watch it on stream? I gotta try some stuff. Like, even for these Hangouts, I'm just experimenting. What could we do? We can talk about stuff, we can get updates, we can do whatever. If you want to join in even, let me know. You can come in, we can have a talk, whatever. We can have a talk in chat, whatever you might help you or might be fun to you. I'm really open because I love streaming, and I'm just gonna search until we find a good format. That's the goal here. Nothing set or written or fixed yet.
You don't know where it is. You're not sure how long it's going to take to get there, but you just see it.
And you need a good attention span to follow these videos. Like, no animations, nothing happening. Lately I'm looking in every YouTube video, since I study the whole strategy behind it. I'm looking on every video, okay, why is this video doing well? How is the hook? How is the animations? What is he explaining? Is he repeating himself? Is it good information? Is it useful? Is it unique? So many things, and every time it feels exactly like in poker where you click, you know? Where you understand, okay, this is a c-bet. Oh, that's why. We were the aggressor, now we c-bet, and then we can keep betting. He does it because of this board is not good for him. Now he checks. That's why. And I feel like I have the same experience a little bit now on YouTube. Okay, this video is so good because this hook is so fascinating. It's so building attention. A lot of things going on.
It just looks like it could be a good thing. And so you keep going towards it. And then the rain starts to stop, and then it does stop, and then it's just cloudy, and then it's sunny. And that is you coming into your new reality. So you can move yourself from the lack or absence of material wealth or health or relationships that are loving and supportive in all areas of your life. And you will move to the abundance of what it is that you want. And the universe only too happy to see you have that, because you came for joyous expansion. And the fundamental impulse of this universe is for joyous expansion. So it loves to see you ask and want what you want and receive it and ask for more. So you can have the reality that you want. The one that you have now is the one that you asked for, and you've asked for it because of this. And if you start to change the way you think so it's more in alignment, and you keep doing that day after day, and all the many ways I talk about in these videos and in my books, then you are walking toward.
He's putting some nice placements here. Always in my books. In my books you can read it. Yeah, I do agree. I think the video has a good message. It's, again, a bit old school in terms of presentation, but definitely truth behind all of this. Like, one thing I still don't agree, I don't think we choose this. Like, we choose it without being aware. That's maybe reality. But it's not like, yeah, I want to feel shit. And there's also things happening to us. I mean, who can explain that genetic disorder, or, I don't know, some other diseases, some things happening in this world which are not fair or not, I mean, not happy, not all good, right? So It's in the end, it's all a connection, some kind of intertwined energy, whatever thing going by itself, and now we can't control it anymore. The thing is, we might not even need to control it. Like, it's a temporary thing anyways. Yeah, it's like a game somehow, in my opinion at least.
The sun, and you most certainly will get there, and your reality is going to change, and you're going to like it, and that's what you came for. It's not a big deal that your life is not exactly the way you want it in any area. It's no big deal at all, because it always means that the version that you want is available for you to receive. And so as you're going through your day with this good feeling thought energy, the way you talk about things, the way you think about things, the way you know yourself, how good you are and how good this universe is to you, which the creative process shows us that, then you're inviting the new reality. Or you could say you're walking towards the new reality. To go along with that metaphor that I used, you're walking towards the reality that you want when your daily thought choices are positive emotion, a higher vibration. And you can track that every day. You can track it with your daily emotion tracker, and you can see day by day. You have that awareness of how you're thinking about things, and you can change using the deconstruction, reconstruction process. You can start to increase the amount of positive feeling thought energy going on in any area of your life. And that's you intentionally making the choice to walk towards the reality that you want. You have that power. You can do it. So you can have any reality you want. That's the message for today. Thanks for listening in. If you have any questions, leave them on the post, and enjoy your day.
All right. I mean, what do we say here? I do agree. Still, the message is good. In the end, he used some weird, like, people usually try to they put a name on it and then it's something new or a new system or something. Usually with these things, whatever he called it now, it's just question it, get aware. That's the first big step. Once you get aware, okay, why is this thought always coming up? Why am I getting nervous in this situation? Why are other people? In general, we shouldn't compare too much, but there might be other people. You know, when I started poker, I was happy I had that thought. My thought was, okay, there's people doing this as a job. Why shouldn't I do it? Like, these are normal people, right? At least I would think so. They just worked on them. They just learned the skills, whatever necessary. And then they did it. And I tried and I tried. And I failed for a long time. Even to a point where I thought, no, I'm not going to try anymore. And then it showed up anyways. Like 3 months later or half a year later. So you never know exactly how things are going. But the thinking process is definitely has a big impact for me, for sure, in many areas. Mindset. By the way, if you're still around and if you're listening to this crazy boring chat, no, it's good. I'm happy to hang out even though there's nobody around. If you have any ideas, any feedback, any questions, let me know in the chat. If you don't, it's also good. You can lurk. I like lurking too sometimes, especially when I'm on the TV. Because I'm also doing this because it's a good exercise for me to practice my speaking. That's a huge point. The thing is, what else could I do? Like, again, I'm working. What I'm up to right now is working on YouTube a lot. The main area for me right now is YouTube, which I did all week almost here. I did a lot of scripts this week. I filmed a roll. I thought about stuff. I did a little bit of school in the background. On Friday evening, I went to play poker. No luck. You might have seen it on Instagram. Yeah, YouTube is the big goal still. We don't have infinite time. If I don't get it going within this year, I think I might end up broke.
Do you consider yourself unlucky with the YouTube algorithm?
𝗴cie, that's a great question, man. I love that question. Thanks for asking. No, 100% not. The YouTube algorithm is so... This is what I learned from the course I'm in. The YouTube algorithm is just a reflection of how much people want to see your video. I would never blame the algorithm. All the videos which did well for me so far, okay, I blame YouTube once. Just once, but it was not the algorithm. It was them banning my latest poker video, and then it got no more reach. Like this, I think is such a good video. And it took off for 1 hour. Sadly. It could still be improved. It's not the best I could do now 2 months later after learning a lot of other stuff. But even from the likes compared to the views, it's the best video I ever did on this channel, in my opinion. And it got banned because YouTube is really strict on poker lately. But regarding the other videos, sorry for going, that's something I need to learn. I'm losing my thoughts sometimes, get carried away. Like even this video, I spent a lot of time on this video. I think it's a good video, but it's just, it's good. But when I rewatched it the first time myself, I thought, yeah, it's a good video, but it's not like something amazing great. The intro is a little bit long. I could have cut out a lot of stuff, and you can see it in the metrics. Overall, I think it's an improvement still. Like every time I improve with every video, that's the big goal. But you can see it here. Like people are just, they're leaving. Then it's fine, they're still watching till the end, some people, but they're usually leaving after 30 seconds. And that's because the intro was way too, it wasn't catching, it wasn't building curiosity, it was not giving...
Would you say there is less variance in YouTube than in poker?
Another good question, 𝗴cie. I would say yes, way less. I would say if you, in YouTube, you nail the video, you nail the thumbnail and the title, because in the end, that's the packaging. It's like marketing. If you don't have good packaging, if you don't have good marketing, nobody will see the video. That's part of it. That's something I took a long time to understand. Like YouTube is not making good videos, just that. YouTube is making good videos and then being able to pack them in a good way. Like your video needs to stick out of 20 other videos. And it's tough because people have already videos they like. They have creators they like. And your video needs to be so, like on the homepage, it needs to stick out that much. Okay, that's not maybe the best example because here I'm not watching much. But it needs to stick out. And that way you'll get, I hope there's still okay stuff here. You want to be seen. You have competition here and you need to stick out. You need to make it better, more interesting, more eye-catching, whatever. It needs to catch your attention. And that's a skill. That's a big skill. And the video then needs to deliver. Like the video, what YouTube wants is to make let me rephrase this. YouTube wants to promote a video which YouTube thinks the most people will enjoy watching. If you've got a great video which many people are interested in, it 100% will always blow up. If you feel like you're making great videos and you pack them well and they're not blowing up, get someone else, get an outside perspective. Because sometimes we also get a bit lost in a sense that we think our video is great. I thought my videos were great. But if I look back now, they're just like, they're cool somehow. I still like them. But even the first few videos, like, they're so abstract. How should anyone know this is a good video? And even inside the video, like, I was so okay. It was almost like an artistic expression. Like, this would take a lot of videos for people to get notice of this. Like, certain people like this, but it would need exactly those people to like that video. And YouTube cannot show this to 1 million people, right? To filter out those, I don't know, 10K people who like it. And this one was different because I packed it well and the intro was so good. By accident, I didn't even know what I was doing. Like, if you watch at this intro, let me show you, just 1 minute.
Verstehe, Franzi. Goodbye.
Enlightenment. It's something we all seek in one way or another. What if I told you that one of the most brilliant minds of the 20th century stumbled into it by pure accident?
As far as I can remember, nothing had happened before that would explain this sudden coming to consciousness.
Like, this is good. Like, this builds curiosity. Even the first part, this is a bit long, but with the music and stuff, it still catches people. It's something different, maybe something people don't see a lot. And then this thing jumping out, a quick...
I agree that the first 10 videos maybe are too abstract. But I in general like your titles and thumbnails. I would click on most of them if they popped up.
Thank you, man.
Great intro, I agree.
I appreciate it. Yeah, this one is so different. Like, it's surprising. It's kind of, it takes you on a roller coaster. It's entertaining. And most of the other ones, they're just not. And this completely delivers too. Like, this is exactly about the title. It's so, like, in some videos I made a title and then the intro was way too long-winded. The thing is, what I understood, people, the first 30 seconds, people decide usually, is this video worth watching? Like, is this building, am I interested in this? Is this worth my time? And they're right to do so. Like, this is competition. There's 20 other great videos waiting. That's the thing. You gotta be the top, not even 10%, the top 1% or even less to really stick out, in my opinion. And that's not easy. Yeah. You gotta get in all the reps, and at some point you get better. And there's a big lever. How do you call it? Those are the ideas. Like, if you have a really, really interesting idea, for example, this one, this was not a great video, for example. It got a lot of views because it was so different. Okay, 500 hours and I just got 28 views. What the fuck?
What other YouTubers give you inspiration?
That's a great question, man. To be honest, by the way, thanks for the follow. I really appreciate this. The big goal is still 1K followers until this year, 10K until the end of next year, and 100K until 2 years. It's a big goal, but I'm putting all my energy and effort into it. So let's see where this goes. It's a great question. one video which really caught my attention and which I really liked the style, even though it's a different niche, it was this one. Like, this guy has 10 videos, 500,000 subs. These are such good quality videos, holy crap. Let me just show you 1 minute.
One of my favourite quotes is from Carl Sagan, and it goes like this. For all its material advantages, the sedentary life has left us edgy, unfulfilled. Even after 400 generations in villages and cities, we haven't forgotten. The open road still softly calls, like a nearly forgotten song of childhood. We were wanderers from the beginning. We know that exploring our world involves risk, mortal danger even. But in the name of science, ego, sheer curiosity, we'll ignore the risks and we'll do it anyway. Tonight, I want to tell you 3 stories, not of great explorers, but of ordinary people who came face to face with a terrifying reality. Out there in the wild, it can take surprisingly few mistakes, sometimes just one, to become completely lost.
In a matter of minutes, we pass into a near blizzard. The wind whipped snow.
Like, the whole vibe. I think that's the true magic behind this. The whole vibe. You get so immersed with the music, with everything, the interesting storytelling. It's such a good video. I think I watched this at least 10 times. It has 3 million views now. The channel is called 𝗴bract, The Horrors of Becoming Lost. And usually I'm not into like horror and stuff. But this, also the thumbnail, like this catches you. It's different, you know, it sticks out. That's also a skill you need to have. You just gotta stick out in some way. And it needs to look high quality, kinda. That's usually also giving a message, okay, if this is high quality, then the video will be high quality. But different things work. You can be creative on YouTube. Like, raw content works too without even a thumbnail and stuff. It's so interesting. What I really like too is, like, there's different, right? Some guys have really good communication. They are great on camera and stuff. From a, what else do I really like? Wait. All those documentary stuffs like 𝗴់. 𝗴់. This one has a really special style too. It's also such a vibe. It's about Jesus and stuff, Christianity. If you're not into that, it's fine too. I really like the vibe. Like, I'm not super faithful or anything, but this is just, listen to this.
There's an 18th century German stigmatic mystic you'll hear me talk a lot about. Her name is 𝗵Catherine, and she's famous for having actual visions from the life of Jesus. If you've seen the movie The Passion, then you've seen some of her visions. It's really pretty incredible stuff. Now, whether you believe in any of that or not is not the point. The point is, if you read her work, you see pretty quickly the one thing Jesus taught the most, everywhere he went, are what we call the Beatitudes.
Like, his voice even. Man, it's such a strong, impactful voice. 𝗵 is this one. It's so powerful. And then the effect with the tiny sound effects. It's so immersive. This is art, man. You like Fern? Yes, I like it a lot. Great stuff. I watch it a lot too. It's like, these are 2 German guys. I even saw a podcast. They have, I think, 5 different channels. And they got 60 people as freelancers and employees and thinking about scripts and stories. And like, you cannot imagine, behind some of these channels, there's teams, there's huge companies almost Yeah, they got even here different channels. This one I like a lot too, Hawk. Good stuff. Good stuff. Where's the winged bearkind? This is such a good video, man.
This video is sponsored by AnyDesk.
I love this background song. It's one of my favorite songs. And I got this song out of this video. Like, listen to this song. It's 𝗴mě, is the name. And this song was created just for this video. Crazy story.
In Berlin, there is a building. A building few enter, but many try. It is the hardest club to access on the planet. Hundreds of people are rejected in a night. No one, except those lucky enough to get in, knows what it looks like on the inside. That is, until now. I will show you what is inside the world's most notorious nightclub. I'll show you what's inside Berghain. Sophie is a
I can't hear you. Are you muted?
Oh, yes, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, I was muted. I was just talking about, thanks for reminding. Like, YouTube is great because I learn so many new things. In poker, I was kinda, yeah, it's boring now. I can't see this anymore. So many years. And also, you know, YouTube, it feels good because I want to help people. I want to have a good message. I want to inspire people. In poker, it's kind of taking people's money, and that's it. Maybe not the best. Like, there's different ways to have an impact, and I think I could still, I mean, the content thing in poker was great too. If it wasn't for the content, I would have quit in 2019, I think. So it kept me going for at least 4 or 5 more years. But this is a lot of fun. Yeah. Are you also into YouTube, 𝗴mě? I don't know how to pronounce your name, by the way. 𝗴mě. YouTube is a fun game. If you ever thought about starting making content, go for it, man. Go for it. I think the biggest mistake is, again, we have a self-image. We cannot do it. It's too hard. What if someone questions it? What will other people think? It doesn't matter. It's your life. Go for it. Go for it. If you want to make it, you will make it. 100%. You just gotta, it's gotta be fun, and you gotta believe it. That's, like, if it's not fun, if you do it for the money or something, it's never gonna work. I think for me, a little part is still, you know, the ego, the fame. I wanna get known for making great videos. I wanna, I don't know, yeah, make some fun experience maybe connected to that, you know. I really like getting on podcasts in poker, stuff like that.
Watching YouTube is enough for me, haha. I followed you from the poker days.
All right. Man, I was now surprised you would go deep into the YouTube questions. I really appreciate that. Yeah, but I'm like, and these are not things like us in poker. I did YouTube a little bit for myself, trying stuff and so on, but I would not, like, I'm here in a learning community, which I pay a lot of money for, a lot. It's like $100 a month, but this is such good content The things I learn here would take me years to understand. Also in poker, it was similar. I was never the one creating or thinking about solutions. I would just see how people would do it and then see different people, not just one. Like see, okay, this guy's playing like this. But does it make sense? Question it. The other guy plays like this. Maybe he's saying something different. Then you gotta think yourself. And once you understand the pattern, the mechanics behind it, that's where you get things going, in my opinion. But you might be able to do this by yourself, but it's gonna take a lot more time. 100%. Like YouTube would take me years and years for sure. Now it might still take me years, but it's gonna take me less for sure. Like if before I would need 10 years, now I maybe, it's just an estimation, but I might need maybe 2 or 3, maybe just 1, maybe 6 months, everything possible. Yeah. Interesting though. What else are you up to? Any questions? We've got 5 more minutes. Sorry again for changing the day. Usually this Hangout is every week on Sunday, 8 o'clock. Today I had to change to Monday because yesterday I was busy working in the local firefighter festival. I'm still part of that, even though I'm not in the village anymore. But it's still nice to have a connection that way. Sometimes I'm there doing exercises and stuff. It's just 20 minutes away anyway, so it's not bad. I can also get back home, visit my mom and stuff. I even was sleeping at home at my old place because it would take too much time to leave in the nights and stuff. It was not worth it. And there's a space for me anyways. And it's not as hot, it's up in the mountains. So here in the city it's 28 degrees. Up there it's maybe 23 or something, 22. It's nice. Anyways, thanks again for tuning in. If you have any questions, whatever it might be.
Poker coaching courses is in general quite expensive. Are they overpriced or do you think the content is that valuable?
That's another great question. I think there's a big split. There's a few people who are 100% valuable, even more than what they charge. And then there's others who saw this as a business opportunity, and then they kind of took advantage of that. My advice would be to pick people you would think they're skilled, they're competent, and then feel like, okay, can I vibe with this person? Do I trust this person? Does it look like someone who would not scam people? Because if you know someone has a good vibe, or it's hard to fake that. You can still fake it, but it's never gonna be 100% fakeable. Like if your gut tells you, usually then it's a bit subconscious where you get a feeling, maybe it's not the right person for me. Maybe it's not that valuable. Then don't go for that. That's a good sign. But if you feel like something is really worth it, then the price, in my opinion, is okay. Like me paying $100 a month for this YouTube coaching here. If I knew, wait, let me show you. If I knew what I got here, I'm in 2 communities. And for one, I paid less, way less. And there I get maybe a little bit of value, but compared to this, it's nothing. And if I knew what would be in here, I would have paid, I think, at least, like this is worth, I would have paid maybe $500 a month to get this. And $500 are a lot of money for me. It's not that I'm rich or something. Like, I'm not rich from poker. I made money from it. Good money, but I'm not rich. So money still counts, especially now, since I don't have a ton of income. So my advice would be, yes, on average, a lot of people charge more money than what they are worth. But there's a few people which 100% are worth all the money they charge, and even more than that, in my opinion. You gotta be picky finding those people. Yeah, that's my advice. But interesting topics.
The total value $10,000, now just $97 puts you off. It sounds scammy.
Yes, 100%. I thought so too. Man. And this was not the reason I bought it. Let me show you. Now I'm here. And this was not the reason I bought it. I think this was just someone telling him, yeah, you gotta do this as a marketing strategy. But this guy, I just watched his videos on YouTube and I felt like, yes, this guy knows what he's doing. And that's why I, in the end, got it. This, I do agree, this sounds really scammy. Like, this sounds unreal, impossible, which it's not great marketing, but he said here, YouTube Mastery skill building course to train your intuition. And that's 100% true. It's the exact same stuff I did to learn YouTube. It's hard to put a price on how much this is worth, but let's just say 10K. And this is crazy. This sounds crazy. But for this knowledge and for his skills, it sounds crazy, me now saying this too. But to be honest, I would agree. Like, the knowledge you get here, if you use it right.
Yes, that's probably true. But for me, it puts him in the same category as the other fake gurus, in my eyes. But of course, the fake gurus does that because it works.
Yeah, it's hard to see through because there's so much noise and so much different perspectives and advertising. If I went now through almost all the material, to be honest, I would have paid probably 10K for this. It would be close because I don't have it laying around 10K all the time. But this, I think all the knowledge I got here will allow me to make more money than this here. Like, this is a good investment, plus EV in my opinion. But you gotta use it. That's another point. Like, I also in the poker journey, I bought all the courses and all the subscriptions back then. And then I watched the videos and I learned a lot. But then putting it into practice, that's a different question. Like, you might be in theory, the best poker player you can. If you're not able to put it on the table, it's worth all nothing. And same for YouTube. I might have now, I think I have really good YouTube knowledge at this point. Like, knowledge in a sense where I would think I'm going to grow this channel to 100K followers if I just keep going. It sounds really ambitious and really high, but I learned so many things I would never have learned myself. And the same in poker. Like, at some...
going for the other members in the course?
Good question too. I see some people in here, but this is all... The thing is, he's building this out and it's not all finished and stuff. Like, that's another downside a little bit with school sometimes, where you build something, but it might not be ready and you have other things and so on. I think there's not many people who really like put this into practice and then got, I don't know, 1 million views or something. But he's definitely the guy. He's proven it, that this works. And just the knowledge, to be honest, it's so good. Like, it's even it's things which help me as a mental health coach, because it shows you how to explain stuff. It shows you how to make things interesting. Like I hope in 2 months or 3 months I can tell you that it worked. But because for me the biggest struggle so far was putting out videos. I've started this course here. These are the 2 videos now, and they failed. So you might say it's worth nothing. But I'd say I improved a lot still. Apart from the intros maybe, which clicked for me lately. But we'll see in December. I hope I can prove it that it's all worth it and that I can put it into practice. Yeah, interesting stuff. Anyways.
I watched the 𝗴ន់𝗃𝗲 YouTube grave. It was a good watch. Great title.
Thank you, man. I appreciate you still supporting and giving me such good vibes. But in the end, you know, it's 136 views. It means many people were not interested in the video. And I don't think it's the algorithm. It's not the algorithm. It's just, you see it in the graphs and stuff. It's just people who are not interested. It had a low click-through rate. People watched it, some people, but especially like people want, let me repeat. YouTube wants this content to be good for new people. And new people, you can even see it here. Actually, the blue one. Now I thought, man, usually the green one is the new people. New people were not too excited. They didn't watch it because they have no relation to me and stuff. It makes just sense. Like I'm just a random person to them. It's not really something, okay, this is really interesting. I need to know this. It's more of, I don't know what this is. Probably I shouldn't watch it. Why should I watch this stuff? That's the big difference in my opinion. But, you know, we just gotta keep going, and at some point I think we'll get there. Unless I give up. Same for you. If you don't give up, if you keep improving, if you keep putting in the work, you're gonna make it. It might take 2 years, 10 years, but at some point you're gonna make it. In the end, it's not about, in my opinion, it's about persistence and enjoying the process. Because otherwise you cannot keep it going. Let's say I wanted to do this just for money or something weird. I would never, this would be a hell. I would hate it. Like there's different jobs for that. And even poker, I was never in for the money, at least in the beginning. It's nice to make money, to make a lot of money. But I just loved the game so much. I was so fascinated by the strategy, so hyped, so passionate. That's what keeps you going, also in the hard times. It's interesting.
I don't really have any high goals set up right now in life. Maybe that's a problem in itself.
I don't know, to be honest. Like you can, if you feel like life is good for you, why change it? Like there's a good quote from Einstein. I think it's, what's the quote? It's such a good quote. Einstein, simple life. Einstein, life, stress. Wait, let me show you. Where's this one here? It's so good. I even made a video on it, man. I have forgotten the quote. It's such a good quote. A calm and modest life brings more happiness than the pursuit of success combined with constant restlessness. So if you feel like you need a huge goal, but that means you're always stressed about it, you can never enjoy a moment. It's not easy. And also something I experienced lately, even 2 weeks ago. I would work on Saturdays and Sundays on YouTube as if it was a normal day. Every day I would do almost the same. And at some point it felt like, man, it's a bit, it's exhausting. Not burnout yet, but I felt like, man, I don't know. It's a bit much at some point. And what I decided now is that I take Saturdays and Sundays off, like a normal working schedule. That way, you get a new perspective. It's good to step away for a time and you're motivated on Monday again. And there's also other things, like there's social life, there's enjoying time with friends, there's other hobbies and stuff. So yeah, I wouldn't say you need a huge goal or something. Just try a little bit, I
recently finished university and got a job that I enjoy. I feel satisfied for now. Maybe that will change later.
Yeah, I mean, just keep going. If you feel like that, that's awesome. Like, if you're happy right now, keep it. That's awesome. And things will show up. Like, I always thought you need to plan everything the perfect way. No. Just things will show up anyways. You just gotta be a little, how do you say, not sensitive, but you gotta pay attention. At some point, if something is coming up where you need a big change, it will come up. You don't need to force it or anything. I think nowadays that's also a huge thing. Like everyone, we see it on Instagram, right? We compare a lot to others. And then if we think, man, we gotta do more, everyone is always working and they achieve goals and dreams and whatever. No. That's not reality. That's just a picture people want to show about themselves on Instagram. It's not real. Behind the curtains, usually it looks way different. And it also, like, I try to share that a little bit on Instagram and be real. But sometimes it's still hard. You don't wanna be the weak guy or something. But I know it's just reality is what it is. So it's better to share that. I think it takes more strength to share that than to just try to pull up a perfect picture. And people relate. Like, people want that. It's good to show the reality. I want it too. It helps me too when I see, okay, it's not all bright what shines. It's just life. Anyways, I gotta leave now and get a little snack and then go to bed. Because the weekend was busy. That's why I told you I had to switch the appointment to today. I was working in a festival almost all day and night, which is also good, sometimes to get a different impression, a different experience. With that said, I really appreciate you tuning in. I will upload this as always in the raw content section, which is just positive pathways. Here on YouTube, today I also uploaded behind the scenes where I give some updates on how things are going, also with the goal about the 100k people, 100k subs. And yes, thanks for tuning in. Have a great rest of the evening, a great week.
Great talk. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate you guys tuning in, commenting. That makes things way better. That's why I'm here. That's amazing. At some point, we might even get some live sessions, like maybe someone wants to go for a talk or something. That's also great. 2 people interacting is a lot of fun usually. Even though this is a practice for me to learn speaking by myself, it's also good. Thanks for tuning in. Have a great week and see you on next Sunday evening. See you then. Bye. Thanks, 𝗴cie. Appreciate it. Bye.